So, WrestleMania 37, it is night one and it is over. I thought it was a pretty good show. The show starts off with Vince McMahon welcoming back the fans, and the best thing ever is having the fans back, to be honest. Like, I didn't know how good it will feel, but it felt really good having the fans back. It felt like I was part of the fans in the arena, to be honest, and that was just a really good moment. But then we had Rainamania. There was weather problems, not technical problems. There was literally, like, it was raining and they had to, like, delay the show for, like, 30 minutes it was. Like, around 30 minutes, probably. And then we had a couple of interview segments as well, just to, like to fill in the void, like, the time. And then we had our first match, which was Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Okay, this match was really good. Bobby Lashley and Drew always have good chemistry in the ring. There's no denying that. I didn't expect the finish. I didn't expect Bobby Lashley to walk out as champion. I think it would have been a good moment to give Drew the belt at WrestleMania, but in the long term, I think having Bobby Lashley as WWE champion is a good, like, change of pace. Having new challengers, because we've had a babyface champion for so long, so it would be nice to have like faces fighting for the WWE championship. So I give this match, honestly, I give it a 8 out of 10. I give that match an 8 out of 10. Truly, really good match. Bobby Lashley ending it with the Hurt Lock. I thought Drew was gonna get out of it. He was so close to getting out of it, but no, he passes out and the match is over. Wow, like, I was just shocked. I didn't expect it. So, match number 2, Tag Team Turmoil match to determine the number 1 contender for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And to be honest, okay, so the first competitors were Lana and Naomi, and then Lana and Naomi taking on, who was it again? Taking on Billie Kay and Carmella. Billie Kay and Carmella cheat to win. They eliminate Lana and Naomi, and then Billie Kay and Carmella are eliminated by the Riot Squad. And then after the Riot Squad eliminate Billie Kay and Carmella, we have, I think it was Tamina and Natalya who beat the Riot Squad. And then the match that we're gonna have at night 2 is Tamina and Natalya versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the tag team championships. I like that they're building up the tag team division, the women's tag team division, but I didn't think the match lived up to its, well, to be honest, what were we expecting? It's nice. I don't know. I didn't think the match was that good, honestly. So if I had to give it a rating, I'll probably give it a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10, I think, is pretty fair. They've had some good, like, I just didn't think the right like team won, which is kind of why it kind of downgrades the rating of the match. The third match we have here, arguably match of the night, or maybe one of the best matches of that night, is Seth Rollins versus Cesaro, and this match is really good. It's a really good match. I mean, what did you expect? It's Seth Rollins against Cesaro at WrestleMania. We all knew that Cesaro was, I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that Cesaro was gonna win, but in a way, like, a part of me was like it thought that Seth Rollins might win, or, like, I think a lot of people might have thought that Seth Rollins might win that match, like, just for a tiny bit, but no, Cesaro wins and does his old indie finisher, the UFO is what they called it, and then hits him with the Cesaro swing, and then hits him with a neutralizer to win the match. And oh, I can't now talk about the uppercuts, the curb stomp into uppercut reversal. That was really good. I thought that was a really good match, and honestly, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's a really good match. So the next match that we have here at WrestleMania 37 Night 1 is the New Day against AJ Styles and Omos. And to be honest, I was quite surprised. I thought the match was pretty decent for what it was, especially Omos. I really liked how Almost was introduced to the match, and I like the strategy that the New Day had when they were keeping AJ Styles in the ring and not allowing him to tag in Almost. But eventually AJ Styles does tag in Almost, and he kills them. He absolutely kills the New Day. I don't know if they're still alive. They're probably dead now. Wow, like he looks like a big deal. Again, no pun intended. And like, if I'm gonna rate this just in a match like standpoint, I'd give it probably a 5 out of 10. I thought it was a 5 out of 10, but the impact that it has. Oh, and AJ Styles and Almost are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Yes. I don't know how they're... like, the only way they could lose it is if, like, Almost turns on AJ, or, like, the other way around. That's the only way that those titles will ever leave leave their shoulders. So now on to the next match. We had Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. Okay, so the match starts off with Shane McMahon entering the ring. Yes, yada yada yada. And then after it, we had Braun Strowman coming in, and he looks really ripped. He looks really ripped. I don't know what he's taking or what exercises he's doing, but he looks really ripped. I've never seen him that ripped in my life. But then he gets attacked by Elias and Jackson Riker before the match, so I thought it was a smart strategy. To be honest, it was something that you'd expect to happen. But what I really loved about this match is the finish of how, like, I've never seen a finish like this before. How, like, Braun tears up the steel cage and then throws Shane McMahon off the cage. I thought he was gonna go for, like, the power slam, but, like, come on, I don't think any of them would be alive if that happened. And then Braun Strowman goes for the running power slam and goes for the pin, 1, 2, 3, and Braun Strowman wins the match. I thought the match was pretty decent. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was really good. I thought it was just decent. So I'll probably give the match 6.5 out of 10. Also, just to add a little part, we've seen a little trailer of WWE 2K22, and I really, really, really hope it's not as bad as WWE 2K20. I really hope it's not as bad. But end of the day, it looks good. Graphically, it looks good. Looks like it's gonna be on the next engine on the PS5. So let's hope it's a good game. And I guess we'll have to wait for that. And up next is a match that I think is tied for match of the night alongside Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. We had Miz and Morrison taking on Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. So Miz and Morrison come into the ring with all those bunnies everywhere, and then we have Bad Bunny making we have Damian Priest doing a normal entrance that he'd do, but like WrestleMania style. And then Bad Bunny, wow, what an entrance. I really loved the entrance. I thought it was really good. And a lot of people doubted Bad Bunny before this match. They thought he was just doing this for the payday, but I know that Bad Bunny is a huge wrestling fan because I've been a fan of Bad Bunny, so you can tell that he's a huge wrestling fan, and he really put everything into this match. He was in the ring for most of this match, and people thought that Damian Priest was in there just to like make Bad Bunny look good, but I think Bad Bunny made Damian Priest look good, to be honest. And I thought it was a really good match, and that Canadian Destroyer onto the Miz, wow, that was really, really good. And those and that what was the move? I don't know what the move was, but they did it like simultaneously, him and Damian Priest. It was a really, really good move. And by the end of the day, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest win, and it was a really good match. So I'm gonna give the match again a 9.5 out of 10. It was really good. I was excited for the entire match. There was a couple false finishes, like when the Miz hit Damian Priest with the skull crushing finale, but I think it was a really good match. So now the main event of night one. I knew this match was gonna deliver. I knew this match was gonna be good. I didn't think at first that it should be at the main event. Maybe still not that convinced now. But it was a really good match. It was predictable, but it was a really good match. We had Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And All I can say, it was a really good match. We had a lot of spots. Sasha Banks was telling like the story, like the entire story was around her, like her using Bianca's hair against Bianca, and there were a lot of good moves and within the match itself. And by the end of the match, Bianca uses her hair as a weapon and whips Sasha. It was like a huge whip, and then after the match, you can see like a bruise on Sasha's like rib. And then she hits her with her finisher. 1, 2, 3. New SmackDown Women's Champion. I thought it was a good match. Honestly, the match itself I thought was really good. Maybe the build wasn't there, yeah, but the match was good. The right person won the match, and it was pretty emotional, I think, especially for like a lot of the fans were into it, so that was a good thing. So that's the most important thing, is to have the fans happy. And yeah, I give that match an 8 out of 10 as well. So my final grade for WrestleMania Night 1 would be a B+. I thought it was a really good pay-per-view. I didn't think there was anything that I hated. I didn't think there was anything bad. I thought all the decisions made sense. Maybe Bobby Lashley retaining. I think it still makes sense on the long term to have Bobby Lashley still champion. I mean, the guy waited a long time to win the belt, so you have to make him look credible at least. And he looks really good. I think they're building up for Brock versus Bobby Lashley. But other than that, maybe the only match that brought down the level of this night one WrestleMania was the Tag Team Turmoil. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty good WrestleMania. And I honestly cannot wait for Night 2. And I'll also be giving you a review of Night 2 after I watch it, of course. So, hope you like this video. And if you want more wrestling videos, just put them down below. Give me some recommendations, whatever you like, and I'll do them.